We've spent 12 years proving one thing. Security and scalability are not trade-offs. They're the same product. As a pioneer among digital asset infrastructure companies, there is one thing we know. Digital assets will continue to innovate, and BitGo is designed to harness that innovation. The future of finance is being built right now by the visionaries and disruptors all on the BitGo platform.
Hey guys, nice and quiet, please. We are rolling. Thank you.
I'm Norma. I moved from Hong Kong to the US when I was 12. I was pretty good with numbers. I don't know, it just came natural to me and I had a great career in finance. But I had this strong calling inside. Cooking for someone is like my love language. After banking hours, I would buy groceries, design everything I want to cook for the weekend, creating the content, and just sharing on social media. Quickly, I got about 100,000 followers. That's when I realized it's maybe going somewhere. I really wanted to create a platform that can influence future generations to enjoy cooking, and that's when I decided to go all in. My company, Day Day Cook, which started as a passion project, found its way all the way to Wall Street. My two passions in life was stock market and cooking. So now I'm bringing it all together, food, finance, and Bitcoin, and talking about it with all of my good friends. Welcome to Dishing Up Bitcoin. Natalie Brunell's family came to America, built a life, and lost everything in 2008. Natalie went looking for answers, and what she found will surprise you. And tonight, she's joining me in the kitchen.
Hi, Norma.
Hey, Natalie, welcome.
So good to see you. Thank you for
Oh
having me
my
in your
gosh.
kitchen. It looks amazing.
Thank you. Oh, you look amazing.
So do you.
I got an extra outfit for you today.
Oh, perfect. I see a little Bitcoin bee there. I like it. I like the touch. Thank
Because
you.
We're gonna get our hands dirty today. So
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
You know I love to be in the kitchen.
remember we talked about doing a cooking show
Yes.
when I was on your podcast? I think there is a way we should combine Bitcoin and cooking together.
Yes, there has to be a way.
Well, I can't think of a better person to share this recipe with today. We're gonna make soup dumplings and pot stickers. You know, when I think about dumplings, it's so homey, it's so warm and family and culture. And there's different culture has dumplings, right? Where I'm from, Hong Kong and China, we make dumplings all the time, especially during like family occasions. And also same thing from where you're from, right? In Poland.
In Poland, the dumplings are called pierogi.
Oh.
They're made a couple different ways, different types of fillings, but warm comfort food.
For the soup dumpling, we actually have a very special ingredient, which is the aspic. So maybe we should move this one because it's the pre-made aspic. We should hide this, by the way. It's going to be a finished product. What we're going to start with is going to make the aspic. So do you know what this is?
What is that?
This is pig skin.
Okay.
You can help me cut these into little like 2-inch pieces. Not only are we both women in Bitcoin, we run our own businesses. We're both published author.
That's right.
You published an amazing book, Bitcoin is for Everyone.
Thank you, yes.
I published a few cookbooks, but we're also immigrants to the US at a young age.
I was 5 when we came, so I have very few
wow.
memories of my life in Poland. I really rely on my parents to tell me what it was like to live there.
Growing up in the States, I mean, I spent a lot of time in the kitchen with my mom.
Yeah.
So I was the youngest of 3 siblings, all girls. When we moved here, my older sisters, they were already teenagers, right? And I was this little awkward kid that got dropped into middle school. And so after school, I would always come home. And I spent so much time at home with my mom in the kitchen. I think that really influenced, you know, the way that I look at cooking. And later on, you know, after a career in finance, I built this business focused on cooking and promoting it for a future generation. So the pork skin goes into the water here, and then I added some ginger and green onions, and then now we're gonna add the Chinese Shaoxing wine. We're gonna bring it to a boil and then let it cook for a bit. I don't know if what I'm doing made sense. I think I remember that's kind of how it goes. Now the next thing, you're gonna help me with the filling. We have some ground pork. We're just gonna add all this in there. Soy sauce, sesame oil, and then Chinese wine, sugar, black pepper, also some grated ginger and green onions.
I love ginger. I'm so excited. Okay. My mom even though she worked 6 days a week, she managed to make these elaborate Polish dishes in the kitchen in our tiny apartment. And I didn't appreciate it until I was older that, wow, she worked all day and still home cooked every single meal for my brother and me and my family.
Your family has a lot of different intersections with food, not just like homemade meals, but it also started with your grandmother.
So she was actually a cook for the police force in Poland. So they grew up under communism, so the government controlled everything. And the police force was a very big agency, and she made their meals. Yeah, she has stories of how, because of communism, a lot of people resorted to sort of like the underground economy to purchase things like meat and different foods. And so America represented something so special.
That looks perfect, Natalie. This will be like a very traditional filling for any dumplings. This is the finished product from the pig skin that you helped me cut. A lot of collagen, gelatin in there, and bone broth goodness. So we're gonna cut this into little cubes, and then we're gonna mix it into the filling.
Okay.
Your mom also wanted to start a Polish deli in Chicago.
She did, yes. She wanted to start her own Polish deli and eatery, and she unfortunately took out a home equity loan against the first home that we were really able to live in during the bubble that was inflating in the housing market.
Oh my gosh, 2007, 2008.
She opened the doors, had just stocked the shelves, and the housing bubble popped, and we ended up losing everything. All of a sudden, the home was valued at half of what they paid for it, so they were sort of underwater. My dad lost his job, and eventually they lost the house, and we had to file for bankruptcy. So it was a tough time for my family. Yeah.
It must have been devastating, especially when you were still in school at the time.
Yes, I was in college, and it wasn't until I came back from school that I saw, oh my gosh, you know, they're moving into this tiny apartment. They now have to start over in their 50s, and I didn't realize how bad it was, which just made me so heartbroken. You know, it's interesting. I don't know if your parents were like this, because I speak to other immigrant families where they have a similar situation. They almost want to keep things from the children as I don't know, like self-protection. I don't know if it's partially out of shame or not wanting to kind of put that stress on their children.
The kids,
but yeah, my parents never let on how bad it was. Just made me so heartbroken. But I also think it created kind of a fuel, like a fire in me when I started my journalism career, where I was like, I want to hold people accountable. This is so unfair that my parents did everything right and played by all the rules, and they lose their homes, and these bankers get bailed out on Wall Street.
They also get bonuses.
That's not fair, right? I think that it just drove me to be very, very ambitious and persevere and just like determined to make something happen. And with journalism and investigative work, I kind of found an outlet for my frustration. I was like, I'm gonna hold these people accountable. This isn't fair, and the working class is at a disadvantage, and someone needs to call this out. They need to hold the powerful accountable, and I was able to do that for many years as a journalist.
Oh, that's incredible. So let's start wrapping it. We're gonna make these little beautiful, cute little buns. You take a wrapper. You know what? Let's start with the big one.
Okay.
The bigger is easier to manage.
And I can put more filling in it.
That's right. We're gonna make bigger soup dumplings.
Okay, you need to help me though, because what am I doing wrong here? The pork is kind of sticking out. Okay.
You know, as long as we seal them up, it's good. It's a dumpling.
It's going to be fine. Whether it's folded right or not, it will taste the same, right?
Yes.
But, you know, it's...
That's your first one. See, we're gonna keep this one. We are gonna keep it, and we're gonna put it in the center of the basket later.
I'm way better at pierogies.
This is gonna be the
understand. They're very different.
Can you make one with this and that filling?
A pierogi?
Like.
Yes.
Yeah. Show me
yeah.
what it looks like.
A pierogi is so much easier. I'll show you.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that's a very similar shape to the way we make pot stickers.
They're so fun.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Like
okay.
a little purse.
Yeah.
You know, Birkins are like going up in value higher than the S&P 500. Did you know that?
No, I didn't
They're a
know
better
that.
investment than some stocks. These look like empanadas in Argentina. Ravioli. Oh my gosh! Don't get me started on Italian food.
All right, sorry, we're immersed in the cooking.
No, it's really good.
I can hear my stomach.
I can hear mine too. Mine's gurgling.
Perfect. Now we get cooking. So we have a steamer here. We are gonna put the soup dumplings here. Oh, don't forget that guy.
Oh,
He's going into the middle.
The fun thing about doing this with like your family or friends is you can tell which ones you made, especially if you're an amateur.
Exactly,
Right?
and
You
they're
can
gonna
tell,
taste better.
That
That's
one's
gonna be the best
misshapen.
one. Yeah, so Natalie, tell me about your book.
I'm so excited about it. I can't believe I have a book out. It's just so crazy. It's called Bitcoin is for Everyone. Half of it is not even about Bitcoin.
Okay.
So you read it and the first half is all just about money. I share a lot about my personal journey and my family, what they went through. And I introduce kind of why we're not able to save and what inflation really is and how the government prints money and why that impacts our purchasing power and the value of our money. And then I explain Bitcoin as simply as possible. And it was such an amazing experience working on it. It's a labor of love that took a couple years and now
my
it's
God.
here. And so I hope everybody checks it out.
All right, so while the soup dumpling is steaming, we are gonna pan fry the other pot stickers. A little trick to the Chinese pot stickers.
Okay.
So we're gonna pan fry it, and then before the bottom gets like all crispy, we're gonna add a little bit of water to the pan. Have you done that before?
No.
Okay, so it's kind of like half steam, half pan fried.
So you don't have to boil or steam them first?
They're just gonna
Wow,
go
okay.
into the pan. Which ones did you make? Where are your purses?
I mean, look at the worst ones.
No, I think these are your purses. We're gonna put it here.
The most misshapen ones are mine.
Those are perfect. Well, I think we're onto something here. You know, food and Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is for everyone, food is for everyone. It's the
True.
perfect combination. And you get people from all walks of life together. You can sit across the table, have a nice conversation, see what you have in common. I'm a really big believer that even though we're more divided than ever, if you sit down and break bread with someone, you see that you have so much in common.
Totally.
And I wish that we could do that more, especially in our society today.
Yeah, that's what I love about cooking. You know, whenever you have friends together in the kitchen, magic happens, and then, you know, you break bread and you eat together, everything's good. Wow, now we're ready to eat.
I'm so excited.
All right, look at your little dumplings.
That looks amazing.
Can you still tell which one is yours?
Yes, the ones that don't look as good are mine.
All right, cheers.
You know, this is a fun food to eat because you never know what's gonna happen. Cheers.
You never know what's gonna happen until you bite into it. Earlier, I bite into one and I completely explode.
So good. 21 out of 10.
Oh my gosh, perfect. Well, Natalie, you know, you've built something really amazing now. What was like the toughest moment for you making these transitions and the most impactful moment for you?
Having that background of losing everything in the great financial crisis and seeing what my family went through, I always had a sense of like financial panic. Like, oh my gosh, I could lose everything again and have the rug pulled out from under me. So the idea of a job and a contract with a TV station, it was such security, right? But it kind of can keep you from some things. You're comfortable in this zone and you have your paycheck that you expect, but it was never enough. And I always felt like there's something more and there's something deeper. And I can't talk about Bitcoin as much as I want to. I tried to report on it, but it was like they gave me a story or two and I was like, this is the most life-changing thing. Like, I need to talk about it. And so it was this mixture of just total, I don't know, naive, like, I have to make this work, it will work somehow, but also total fear and terror of like, what if it doesn't work out and I'm left homeless?
Absolutely. I have a good friend of mine, he's a serial entrepreneur, and when I first left my banking job and started doing DDC, we were hanging out and he's like, well, Norma, I just have one advice for you, or suggestion. And to this day, I think it's super helpful. Just remember, do your best, forget the rest. And I think that is, it's cheesy, but it works. When I ask myself today, did I give myself like 100% or 110%? If I did, that's good enough. And that's how I'm going to be happy with. And so I think that really got me through a lot of the tough times.
I love that. I think that's a really important message because the dark times will come and you have to believe in yourself. And I think that when you feel like you're doing something that's of service to other people, I think you can weather almost any storm, because that's where it came from for me. I was like, I feel like I'm making a difference more than I ever did as a reporter, because people come up to me and say that Bitcoin has changed their lives, or they saw a show or read the book, and it fills me up and makes me want to do more and work harder. And honestly, going back to what both of our families went through, this is what the American dream is all about. I think whatever you can do in your life to make you feel like you can take that next step, lean into that, because everyone goes through struggle, and I think that struggle actually builds confidence, and we need more people who feel like their future is a hopeful one, that they can make anything happen. We need a little bit more of that in our life.
Well, we made something happen today. We make Birkin's bag dumplings. Look
We
at
did.
that.
We did.
And also we made pierogi out of Chinese dumplings.
It's so good. It was so fun to have that in common. I loved that about Norma, that we both kind of grew up in these immigrant families, cooking and loving how food brings people together. So to see this come to life and be able to be a part of it was amazing.
I need you to sign this for me. Okay. I've been waiting for today.
I'm just so excited that we're bringing together Bitcoin with something everyone can relate to, because we all get hungry.